we've done a lot of music together. We've recorded albums, we've recorded mix CDs. I mean, Deep South was the first major single that we did together. Love Story was obviously the biggest hit of recent times. Now Is the Time was a really, really big one. But we regard every bit of music that we make as an important piece of music.
Because when you're in the studio, you know, it's a creative process, and you don't sort of set out to say, okay, this one's going to be a big record. You sometimes think, okay, we're going to make this more dance floor or less dance floor, and then things happen out of that. But I think there's been, probably as Matt says, those singles, but there's been a lot of remixes and a lot of other singles along the way that have had quite a huge impact. Sort of 13, 14 years recording together. Yeah, I mean, as you say, Brazil's been a huge part of our career. You know, it's a kind of love affair for us. And when you love something, it's a lot easier to work very hard for it. Well, yeah, as you say, when we last met was 2006, and it'd just been after the End's 10th anniversary. We sold the End 3 years later, but with the money we raised from the 10-year anniversary, it's part of a building called the Roundhouse, where actually they do some of the best gigs in London now. It's become a really fantastic venue again. It was famous in the 60s, and we built within that recording studio for kids from the immediate area, you know, who don't have access, don't have the money for that kind of thing. It's like a performing arts centre, and yeah, that was a good legacy. I think a lot of the things that we did with the End were sort of built to sort of help artists, help people come through. It was a very communal thing, the club.
It's all part of the same unit, it's all part of the projects that we do together. Shake It is linked to our DJing, Shake It's linked to what Layo used to do at the End with Liam, who's the third partner of the trio that runs Shake It. The music that we play there is a lot of our own music. It makes a lot more sense, it's a lot more easy for people to link in from one project to the next if all the websites are linked up. We're releasing some music on some other people's labels in the near future. We're going to spread out and get our music across to a wider audience now than just with Old Meadow, which has been really good for us, and we've done a lot of projects there, but there's a big wide world of music out there and a whole heap of other things that are being put together by friends of ours in the dance music industry. They may have done some remixes for us in the past, we may have done some remixes for them, and we're going to become part of their stables as well.
We've probably had our most intense period in the studio in about 4 or 5 years. We've got about, I don't know, 13 or 14 new tracks. We'll play a lot of them tonight, and we've just started to talk to a few different people that we really respect. I mean, the thing about doing music for other people's labels is, but when you do it for a label we respect, then we've got to like it, then they've got to like it. So it's another kind of process. It makes us, it pushes us a little bit, and as an artist, you need to kind of always be sort of breaking boundaries, both with yourself and kind of with the music that you're doing. So that's really the project at the minute.